All right, here we go. Excellent series coming in for you. Spawning up at the top left. It is one of the greatest of all time. For Basilisk Gaming, it's the Zerg player, Serral. And his opponent, a common man, but the reigning world champ for Dragon Kitesy Gaming. Give it up for Oliveira. In the blue. Absolutely outstanding player. Both of these guys, just magnificent. Oliveira's run at IEM Katowice, for me, will go down in history as the greatest StarCraft 2 tournament run of all time. One of the greatest esports runs of all time, rivaling OG's victory at TI 8 in Dota 2. I think they're comparable in terms of how out of left field and how Cinderella story-esque they both were. Serral, he's a multiple-time world champion. We don't need to say any more. They are both outstanding players, and this should be a really enjoyable match here. All right. What are we going to see from these two to start things off? Dragon Scales, of course, a rather interesting map. It's got a lot of interesting aspects to it. One, there is a very wide open third base. The pocket third makes it difficult to deal with Ling run-bys, but you can knock down these rocks and then wall this location, and then potentially wall this location. Two, there's a ton of good tank positions, but not many of them threaten bases. They're mostly defensive in nature. Tank position here, defensive, very good. Tank position here, very good. Tank positions all over this high ground peninsula are quite good. The big points of contention are going to be the Terran's third base. Hold that thought. We do have the Reaper coming on in. We'll try and find some value. Oh. Oh, Ling does barely get saved right there. Good job from Serral. Oh, and he gets an extra shot on the Reaper. Reaper really wanted the kill on the Creep Tumor. Tries to bait the Lings into the fight. Does actually bait them in, but not able to get the pick off. Solid effort there from Oliveira. But yeah, there will be potential push on Serral's third base if he were to take this one. However, he's taken the line third. So that is now out of the question. We've got a very quick Roach Warren from Serral. Okay. All of the things that I was mentioning may be a moot point if Serral just all-ins them. And this will not be an all-in, though. This will be a very nifty little build. He's cut Ling speed in order to get more gas. And he's... Oh, hang on. He actually doesn't have any Overlords. I thought this was going to be like a 9 Roach build, maybe. But it will not be that. Oliveira will snipe down the Creep Tumor. Very nice job. I mean, the hatchery does finish, and it gives him a good amount of free supply. Never mind. No, he's got enough free supply to still build those 9 roaches that I was talking about. There it is. There it is, 9. And a 10th, just to make me a liar. Ooh, Raven. That is not what you want here as Oliveira. Oh, this could backfire really hard against the Terran player, especially with him being zoned to the left here. The Hellions need to rotate back to the middle. Serral sees exactly where these Hellions are. Overlord will get pushed away. Oliveira not able to track down where these roaches are going. Ooh, if he doesn't see this coming, he's dead. And... Okay, he does see one roach.
Add-on complete.
Oh, but the Hellions are moving out across the map. Yeah, he's not going to be able to build a bunker. The Raven will barely help at all. And Serral going to be able to pick the fight against the Hellions with his 4 roaches. Meanwhile, 6 roaches moving into the natural expansion. Serral not going for it just yet. He's droning up. Oliveira coming back home. Okay, there we go. It is going to be the Ravager morph, but they're going to get canceled, I think. Well, one of them will. Still, this is buying a surprising amount of time. Marauders were made. There are Widow Mines. Ooh, can he target them down? Corrosive Biles. Oh, he kills one with target fire. The second one dies to the Bile. And that will allow Serral to hold this position continuously. Serral is not doing as much as I thought, but it's still so much more than Oliveira can handle. Oliveira has not been mining off the natural for a very long time. Marauder's going to fall. Widow Mine, another one will pop out. This is a pressure from Serral. He's droning up massively behind this. And, I mean, this Hellion somehow won the fight against the Roach. But this is such a massive advantage for Serral right now. While he hasn't won the game yet, he has put himself in a position, he has put himself in a game-winning position. And now it's going to be 1-1 Roach. And I mean, this is a pretty good map for 1-1 Roach. Make no mistake of that. I do feel like Serral could have actually gotten a lot more done if he'd committed very aggressively. Basically, once he saw the Raven, I think that was when he could have gone and really hammered this one home. But he kind of let his Roaches get split up a little bit. Still, I'm not going to fault him for not winning the game outright when he's put himself in a position that he should be able to win the game with the 1-1 Roach push. Oliveira, what does he have going for him here? Not a whole lot. I mean, he's still got his third command center. He's got a decent worker count. He's on triple mule. But he doesn't have his fourth and fifth barracks yet. His 1-1 timing is later than that of Serral. There's not a lot of creep spread for Serral. That's important to mention. Ooh, cheeky little Roach drop getting queued up on the right side. There it is. There's those rocks getting dropped down. This is cute from Serral. Serral behind this starts up Ling speed. And he did go up to 75 drones. He's already on 7 gases. And if he's so inclined, he can transition into +1 melee, +2 missile, which with the Ling speed, he might think about doing. But just going right now is going to be so tough for Oliveira to hold. He does have a nice little Sim City around this base. And he's posturing very aggressively forward to try and draw his opponent in. Oh, Widowmine shot is huge on the center of those Roaches. Oh, but this is so much Zerg right now. Crossbiles will take down one of the siege tanks. Actually, no, it doesn't kill it off. And oh my God, Oliveira got some really good volleys on the first army. Still, look at these supplies. 17 SCVs, sorry, not 17, 14 SCVs have gone down in the main base. The little Roach drop that could. And it has. And it will, in fact, be more than 17 SCVs. 19 workers going down. Oliveira doing absolutely the best he could. And it is not going to be enough. Corrosive Biles killing the tank and 2 medevacs. And Serral is going to run the reigning world champion over. I'm really impressed that Oliveira even made this look close. But the supplies tell the tale, and it is a tale of sadness for the Terran. Serral takes game number 1, puts himself up 1-0. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Spawning down on the bottom left for Basilisk. It is Serral, the finisher. And his opponent, spawning up at the top right for Dragon Kitesy Gaming. It is Oliveira in the blue. Yeah, the tank target fire from Oliveira in that fight and the Widowmine retarget fire really gave Oliveira the best opportunity to take that one. Serral, by the way, going up to 17 drones. He's going to open up gas pool. Very nifty here. Serral doesn't want that idle worker time, so he puts his drone on patrol. Got to get your stats as attuned as possible so that you look at the after-game action report and you're like, no, I don't have any idle stuff. Now, if Oliveira doesn't SCV scout, Serral could find himself in a position where he's able to pick off a couple of SCVs with this, get himself a nice little lead. We'll see if Oliveira does elect to scout after this. And I mean, against someone like Serral, you're going to want to cut corners as much as possible. Oh, and it's reactor first. Oh, this could be very complicated. This could get very funky for Oliveira here. We'll see how many lings Serral elects to go for. He is, of course, just going to... Oh, no, he's not going to stop gas mining entirely. So this is going to be an Overlord's... No, wait. Is it? Okay. He's taken 2 drones off gas, but he's still mining with 1. Obviously, he's already on 18 drones, so there's not a ton of value to be gained from the 17th and 18th drone mining. Although Serral did a good job of triple stacking right here. Serral, this might just be a defensive build as much as anything. But with no SCV scout for Oliveira, he's going to have no idea about this. And Serral will see the command center. It is going to be, yeah, just Marines popping on out here. Ooh, if Oliveira gets a little bit too far forward with these Marines, he could find himself in a lot of trouble. Serral doesn't know what's up. He doesn't know that there is no Reaper and that there was a reactor first. So he's actually going to try and circumvent this and go into the main base. Oh, hang on. Marines will spot this, and Serral, at this point, he's probably a little bit confused about what this is. Good job from Oliveira, though, to go hunting for this Overlord, and he actually does... Oh, he gets it very low on HP, but it will not go down. Marines, 2 of them will get jumped on, but it's going to be totally fine here for Oliveira. 1 Marine getting low on HP does not fall. And at this point, seeing the ling speed at this timing... Well, it's you know, it's early. So this is good for Oliveira for sure. Now, I wonder if Oliveira's intention is to go for an armory in Hellbats. I don't think so, because he's only on 1 gas and he's going to need money for the medevac. But he did build quite a few Marines. Will, of course, be that medevac. Is this going to be like a Hellion run-by with Marine drop? That'd be kind of cute. I think that's what it's going to be. Yeah, he starts up a tech lab. Doesn't have money for the armory, but will have money for a 3rd command center behind this pretty shortly. Serral, what are we going to be doing behind this? No layer yet. No expenditure of the gas just yet. And there it is. There's the 3rd CC in the wall. Oliveira will load up for this medevac. Load up in this medevac, I should say. Is it just going to be a push at the front with these Hellions? Oh, may very well be. Could theoretically have been an elevator, but it would have been tough to get in with the creep. Would have had to ferry over this. Then the Overlord is in position. Now, there is no Hellbat setup here, but Hellions are going to dive in on top of the mineral line. And Serral's not really prepared for this. Lings will get us around, but a nice hot pickup from Oliveira saves the majority of them. And the Queens are in some trouble. Not a lot of transfuse energy. Drones, once again, going to get targeted down here by the Hellions. The Marines just occupying the Queens during all this. Ooh, that's a high-energy Queen that could be targeted down, but no, it's just going to be drone targets. Very successful attack, I think, from Oliveira. Kills 9 drones. Keeps a lot of the Hellions alive. Keeps the medevac alive. Oh, and now he's going to shuffle it out for a Hellion drop. This is very cute. Oliveira coming in with some very sick builds. Serral does get the lair. Bailey Nest as well. Double NG Bay already on the way here for Oliveira. 4th and 5th barracks started up as well. Everything's cruising so far for the Chinese Terran. And he is going to get into the main base. He is going to find a lot of drones. The drones are lining up, but Serral does split them nicely. However, it's already 4 drones falling. Still, a couple of clutch Spore Crawler morphs prevents it from being more. Could have been a lot worse. That being said, I am loving Oliveira's position in this game right now. Oh, he does need to start up +1 armor. So important to start up that +1 armor. Please, 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 don't forget it. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Okay, thank God. Oh, that would have made me so sad. He is in a good position against Serral already, and you do not want to lose that off the simplest of things. Serral, by the way, supply blocked a little bit at 82 there. Serral's worker count is only on 59 drones. He is adding on more, but that means for this first medevac push, he might have a bit of a difficult time dealing with this. This is a lot of Marines with stim and 2 medevacs, and there is only a handful of lings on the field right now. 7 banelings already forced to morph in. We see a scan is going to clear up a fair amount of creep, and this hatchery is going to take a lot of damage. If Oliveira just targets it, things will get difficult. Ooh, Widowmine trying to get mind drag, but Serral deals with them pretty well. About as well as he could have, actually. Oliveira able to lift up into the medevacs, avoids the mind drag, so that's good. Scan in the middle will clear a lot of creep. Well, that's actually 2 tumors, but it's a lot of positioning here that's covered. Still, Serral is going to be able to repair that creep. So important to repair it as far forward as possible. Hellions on the right side, and the second set of medevacs are trying to come on forward. Bane speed about to complete, but Oliveira just pushing the creep back as much as possible. Armory well-timed here for Oliveira. So he is continuing to push forward, continuing to cruise in this game. Serral has gotten up to 73 drones, though, and I'm really impressed that he's even still in this game in a super competitive way. But drop on the left side, on the top side, will find 3 queens, and that is the opening Oliveira was starting to look for. Oh, he actually drops down at this base. Widowmines do burrow on up, but not going to be able to get too much done. Serral really doing a good job of keeping himself from getting snowballed. +2 attack starts up for Oliveira. Please start up the +2 armor. Oh, medevac running into a spore crawler. Not what you really want. However, the drops starting to get some good value, but Serral's still on top of them. Still doing a good job. There's that +2 armor. 4th command center is on the way, on location, which is a little bit greedy to me. Scan comes in, will clear out a little bit of the creep in the middle of the map. Both these players pushing each other to the limit. Oh, that was so close. Widowmine reburrowing, gets a massive shot. 23 kills on that Widowmine. Oh, and that was like 10 Banes. Oh, man, and that just reasserted Oliveira massively in this game. Double Widowmine drop on the bottom side. There's no drilling claws for this one, but Serral, can he respond in time? Oh, he's focused on the other side. Widowmines do get 6 kills. Not actually the biggest deal. Serral with the last second split helped a lot. Hydroden is coming on in for Serral. He's got +2 Carapace very far along. +2 melee just started, though. His upgrades were, of course, a little bit staggered. He started his second Evo later. Ooh, Ling on the right side will get cleaned up. It's a spotter Ling. Oliveira really trying to keep the pressure on, and he has been doing a good job, but Serral is not yet crumpled. However, this could be the attack that really opens things up for Oliveira. Baneling's going to try and roll on forward. Will get cleaned up very quickly. Serral desperately trying to get some reinforcements over here, but another big Widowmine shot. 11 kills on that one. Serral popping out more and more Banes, but Oliveira, oh no, he's staying too far forward on creep. Widowmine does get an okay connection, but a good last second split from Serral prevents it. Widowmine's getting, Baneling's getting target fire down by Oliveira. Still, Serral is holding, and he is holding very impressively. Oh, Widowmines loading up into the medevac. Serral doing such a good job of staying alive in this game. And not just staying alive, but staying competitive. Oliveira needs to start up his 3-3 as soon as possible. He is staying on the bio mine setup. He's on 8 barracks now, adding on Marauders, which is going to be very handy. It's going to make it a lot more difficult for Pureling Bane. Oh, another huge Widowmine shot right there. Massive connections from the Widowmines. Oh, I think the medevac with the Widowmines inside did get taken down. Now there's no siege tanks yet. It's all bio medevac mine. Yeah, 5 Widowmines went down in the medevac on the left side, so good job from Serral there. Oliveira does start up that 3-3. He's adding on Liberators now. We've also got Hydras starting to hit the field. Another scan will clear out a little bit more creep. Oliveira really fighting back hard on Ancient Cistern, but Serral refusing to give an inch. Oh, hot pickup last second after he sniped the Overseer. Nice job. The creep spread is really starting to get hampered back here. Widow Mines. Oh, do get dealt with very effectively, and Serral actually does manage to trigger a couple of friendly fire Widow Mine shots. Every time it feels like Oliveira is about to take it, Serral comes back with a nice little defensive move and manages to salvage things. However, this, yeah, you don't want to overextend right now as Serral. Certainly not. I think the drop on the right or the bottom side was dealt with. Ling counterattack will get pushed back. Serral has been staying on 5 bases, now has a 6th base secured. Oh, this was the drop on the right side. So Oliveira even kept that one alive. Ooh, main attack. It looks like another big Widow Mine shot and a big friendly fire Widow Mine on the second one. Ooh, is there enough for the Hydras to fight? I don't know about this. They do just now have their +1 missile finishing on up. Hold position. A little interesting right there. Liberator harass. Gonna find quite a few drones during all this. Spore Crawler will reposition. Another Liberator does get taken down. Liberator will finally get cleared up. I say finally, it didn't take him that long. 3-3 though is a big problem. Hive just now started for Serral. His tech is so far behind that of his opponent. Well, really, it's the upgrades are the biggest deal. Because the tech itself is actually not that bad. Ghost Academy is just now about to complete. But there's no Lurker Den. There won't be 3-3 for a while. Serral starts up +2 missile, which I do like. Ooh, Widow Mines. Oh, once again being friendly fired. There is a burrowed mine here. Burrowed Banelings. Serral unburrows them as Oliveira pushes back. Meanwhile, creep on the left side once again was replenished and will once again be cleared up. Oh, Serral moving through the middle though. Does Oliveira have enough? The control from both players has been nothing short of stellar. Oh, the target fire on the Hydras hits some big mine shots there. Great splits on the bio. Will deal with all these Banelings. Only a couple of them left over. This army of Serral is trapped, but he's got reinforcements flooding across the map. However, this is now 3-3 completed. Hydra's going to get target fire down by Oliveira, which means that the Marauders can just stand strong. The micro has been absolutely stellar from both players, but the 3-3 upgrades are really going to start to tell. Really going to start to show through. Another creep tumor being respread. Only 20 creep tumors have died in this game. That feels like it's so much more. 4 ghosts in production. Vipers being added on by Serral, as well as his adrenal glands and +3 carapace. Serral going to be able to clear out a couple of bio units here. Oliveira. Oh, he's got these ghosts on the right side. They are going to be quite a problem to deal with for the Hydras. Now, Ling Bane deals with ghosts pretty well, but that's what the Widow Mines are for. Serral. Ooh, he's going to try and come at this from multiple angles. Widow Mines. Ooh, trying to get some Mine Drags, but not going to be able to do the best that they could. Those mines still very effective. Meanwhile, attack coming in onto the left side will finally kill this base after so long of sieging it. Oliveira's finally able to get in there and kill off the base of his opponent. Liberator on the bottom side will kill a couple of drones. Spore Crawler does morph on in, but Oliveira's just going to move to another base. Serral already reburrowing the Spore Crawler. Both players pushing each other to the absolute limits here. Nice abducts on the Liberators, but another massive Widow Mine shot comes on in. Serral is being pushed to the absolute limit here. Drop on the top side, barely gets cleaned up by the Lings and Banes. Medevac count starting to get low, but there are still 4 more medevacs somewhere on the map. Oliveira. Oh, he's on the verge of breaking through. He has been for such a long time, but Serral is making such a stalwart defense. Look at this Spore Crawler being sucked as it moves. Widow Mines are going to burrow on up here. Oh, only one of them gets a shot, and it's a little bit of a friendly fire shot. Once again, the engagements from Serral have been outstanding. Nice abduct right there. I think he just got multiple ghosts with that. There was at least one. We heard the scream. That might have been 4 ghosts, though. There's only 5 left on the field. I think that was 3 or 4 ghosts. Snipe does grab a Hydra. +3 missile being prioritized or the +3 melee, which I actually don't mind because the Hydras right now are a little bit more effective. Well, no, I think either or is good. Vipers did rebuild some energy here. God, this game is an absolute banger. Worthy of 2 world champions. Scan will come down, clears out this lane. That's the 6th base getting secured for Oliveira. How many command centers does he have? He's got 5 orbitals. So he's able to scan quite a bit. Widow Mines, once again, getting some big connections. There's that +3 melee for Serral. Ooh, drop on the bottom side. The medevac did go down. Couple of Lings spotting. We do have a burrowed infester. Just the one. Nope, 2. Oh, there's 2. Setting 2 traps right here. Both of them do have fungals. No pathogen glands, but if he can get a big setup on his opponent's army, big fungal growth from the side could be huge. Serral, though, will see that the missile turret is about to complete. Does he try and make a move right away? Oh, Widow Mines are going to get baited out. Great stuff from Serral. Oh, Infester did reposition here. Ooh, another base on the top side does go down. Good job from Oliveira, and he burrows a mine here. Love it. Both players are playing out of their mind fast. Look at the APM right here. Let's take a look at the income advantage. It has been all in the favor of Serral. Army size has been wild. And the battle reports have been nothing short of slugfests. Ooh, EMP does come on in, but not before 2 abducts go down. However, now these Vipers are paperweights for the next little bit. Serral trying to come in from multiple angles. Widow Mines. The shots are, well, one of them gets baited out. One of them decent. The spread from Oliveira is good, but Serral getting on top of everything here, and he will drive this army back. Liberators, though, are still standing strong and are going to get some good value on the tail end here. Oliveira has been trading much better than his opponent. That is the nature of TVZ. Serral's engagements have been phenomenal, but Oliveira is still starting to make, well, I say he's been starting to make it happen. He has been starting to make it happen for a long time, but Serral is just so good at not dying. Absolutely outstanding from both players throughout. But there's no creep spread here to cover this bottom right base. Oliveira still not going for tanks. He's going for the much more mobile bio mine style and just adding on the Liberators, which I do like quite a bit on this map. Oh, Baneley's get a couple of connections on a little bit of bio. Serral taking the top left base. There is a Liberator that is out of range of the Spore. Oh, but the Hydras do clear it out. However, now the Liberators might be able to trap this army in the top bottom right. Serral is going to push forward, gets a couple of good abducts on these Liberators, grabs 3 of them, kills them off. Widowmine gets a good connection on some of the Banes, and Oliveira will drive this back, but Serral did take a momentary army supply lead. As Oliveira spends this money, that will switch back, though. Snipes coming on in. Will grab quite a few Hydras there, and Oliveira is going to be able to retreat on out. There's no energy on the Vipers. They used up their energy, and they're resucking now. So those medevacs were not at risk of being abducted. Still, such a close and narrow game between these two. This is the Game of the Year edition right here. We're finally seeing lurkers being added on by Serral. He's got the range done. He's got 3-3-3 for the ground. He's getting adaptive talents. Ooh, this Ling counterattack from Serral. He does have Burrow on these Lings. Lurkers starting to push a little bit on this right side. This is not a planetary. It is an orbital, which is actually better for Oliveira against Lurkers, I think. If it was just Hydraling Bane, it'd be better to be a planetary, maybe. Snipes do grab one of these Lurkers. Will grab the Overseer as well. Good job. Ooh, Vipers trying to get EMP'd here. We are going to see Liberators sieging on up, but all of them are going to go down rather quickly. The bio being forced to retreat. And now Serral, with the addition of these Lurkers, is starting to really get some work done. But base on the top side will get cleaned up. And that was an attempt at hidden base. So it does get cleaned up, which is good. Ooh, Oliveira. Can he deal with these lurkers? He doesn't have any tanks. It's all Widow Mines all day. And he's just double factory. And it's double factory with one of them reactored, so he could only build one siege tank at a time if he wanted to. And he's got no tank upgrades either. Oh, those are some big lurker shots on the ghosts. Ghosts getting pushed back to the limit. They are really in trouble. And now this base is heavily sieged. Oliveira was on the verge of victory for so long, but now Serral takes a massive advantage and a huge position on this newest base. And I think Serral has done it. We call him the finisher, and he is on the verge of finishing this one now. What a game between these two. 10 SCVs go down. The base will not be able to be mined from. In fact, it will be killed off. Burrowed Ling, Serral crossing his T's, dotting all his I's. What a turnaround from Serral. He hung around and hung around and hung around, and now he is in a winning position. He's got an army supply lead. He's got a base lead. He's got an income lead. And he is looking to close this one out. Widow Mines will get mitigated very effectively on the left side. Lurkers burrowing on up. They try to get taken down, but a Widow Mine drag from the Overseer gets a whole lot of damage done to the army of Oliveira. And Serral, at this point, he has broken the back of Oliveira. It was so close to being a breakthrough for the reigning world champ. An absolutely stellar performance in game number 2. But Serral has really taken control of this one at this point. Oliveira still going to fight on, but it feels like all the momentum has gone in favor of Serral now. Now, there are no more Vipers. They're being rebuilt right now, but they're being rebuilt. Meanwhile, Serral, resecuring this top left base, has secured this base on the left side as well. Oliveira still is fighting and still could turn this game around. But with how well Serral's been playing, I don't know how you would. Oliveira pivoting to the top left. He was never able to kill that bottom right base. And he kept committing, kept committing, kept committing. Oh, that's a big stim. I think that was an F2 stim, actually. Does kill the base on the top left. And if he can secure that base, there is definitely still a way, especially if he can knock this base out. Okay, Serral going to pull the trigger with a Hydraling Bane. Oh, but he kind of botches the engagement a little bit there, rushes it. Serral's maybe panicking a little bit here. As I say that, we do see Oliveira moving very far forward onto creep. Will lose a fair amount of his bio units. Oh, that's a big Baneling connection on a handful of Marines. Base does fall. But that was actually a decent little segment. Decent little 45 seconds for Oliveira. However, Serral sieges up this right side base. He's just being a continued nuisance. Oh, don't lose the orbital. Okay, no, he won't. He gets the repair, kills the lurker. But Serral is moving through the middle here. Lurkers all over, actually, causing quite a few problems. Oh, Widow Mine's getting some good connections. Big Widow Mine shots. But I don't think it's enough at this point. Serral, he kind of just needs to chill. Ooh, Burrowed Ling starting to cause some big chaos. Can wait until Oliveira moves out and then unburrow those Lings. Burrows up in the main base. Good scan. We'll find these. Serral definitely wants to wait with these, I think. Resources lost is massive in this game. Ooh, the Burrowed Infestor. Oh, can he get the fungal? There it is. Unburrows, gets the fungal growth, the parasitic bomb combo, gets it on the bio as well. What a stunning setup for this engagement. Serral knocks out 2 command centers, knocks out a bunch of the liberators, knocks out most of the bio, and is about to knock Oliveira out of this game. Oliveira still trying to fight on, but no chance, no shot. GG gets called. It's game of the year. It's not close. Serral puts himself up 2-0. All right, here we go. Game number 3. Spawning down in the bottom right for Basilisk. It is Serral in the red. And his opponent spawning up in the top left. It is Dragon Kites Gaming's Oliveira in the blue. And man, oh man, these two putting on an absolute show, a clinic of ZvT excellence. Both of them pushing each other to the absolute limits. Oliveira gets himself an early lead, leans on it, leans on it, leans on it. Can't quite end the game, can't quite end the series, but my God, did he ever make that as close as freaking possible. Serral, though, showing the tenacity of a legend. Absolutely incredible. Man, these two players really are just outstanding. So impressive. Yeah, kind of at a loss for words after that one. That was magnificent. All right, what are we going to be seeing here from these two in game number 3? What do you even do from here as Oliveira? What do you even do? You threw everything at Serral in that game number 2. And you started with a lead. And Serral still found a way to win. Do you switch to Zerg and start learning ZvZ? Like, I don't even know at this point. I mean, okay, I gotta be fair, because Ancient Cistern is a very different map from the other one. So I shouldn't say there's nothing that Oliveira can do, because he played without tanks. He played with no tanks whatsoever, and Widow Mines, while they're really, really good, or they can be really, really good, Serral was also very impressive with turning them against his opponent towards the tail end. Babylon going to be a much better map for tank play, and just going to be generally a better map for Terran by a lot than Ancient Cistern, because Ancient Cistern was Serral's pick. And honest, man, I'm just blown away by how well both of them played that. Oh no! Reaper goes down. He gets the creep tumor, but that is not what you want. That is definitely not what you want. He is going for the fast 3rd CC this time. So not going to be putting on any kind of big, hefty pressure. Man, I'm still just at a loss for words from that previous series. All right. We are going to see, is it going to be Cloak? Should be Cloak. Oh, he hasn't started Cloak. Maybe he doesn't want to start Cloak so that it looks like Raven. Maybe. Or maybe he just doesn't want to build Cloak at all to save the money. He just spent a bunch of gas. Oh, Raven. Oh, it's Banshee into Raven. Cute. That is very neat. It's going to allow him to clear out some creep. Not something I've seen before. I don't know that I've ever seen Banshee into Raven. It's really interesting. Serral takes a very quick base on the top right, but oh, where are the queens? Well, there is creep spread that's right here, and there's no cloak. Yeah, with no cloak and only one Banshee, it will take a long time to actually get the cancel. Ooh, with the Hellions, though, might be able to do it. Yeah, I think he can get a cancel here. Oh, actually, he's going to turn around and fight the queens. And they are off creep, so the one that had energy for the transfuse was not able to do this. Now, we will see a bit of a trap here. Ooh, Serral might be able to get this army cornered. Raven will be able to drop an auto turret, but yeah, this ends up being successful, I think, for Serral. He loses one queen, but kills 2 Hellions and keeps the base alive. And the Raven revealed itself. Not that it's a big deal that it's revealed, but it lets Serral know that he doesn't need to build spores to deal with the Banshee. He built 1, but that's actually going to be good against potential auto turret harass. Serral's creep getting slowly chewed away at, but it will get mostly prevented. Four Overlords in production. Yeah, but that's... Actually, Serral a little bit supply blocked here at 106, but yeah, the Overlords finish up. Creep spread is being chewed away at. So good job. Good job by Oliveira, but Serral's going to be able to repair it and should still keep it, yeah, very much spruced up. Ooh, Lings want to go for this round. The Hellions were a little bit too close to the side, so they will get will get trapped. And now, if it was a decent lead for Serral before, it is a magnificent lead for Serral now. That was 8 Hellions that were committed to. So the barracks timing was delayed a little bit for Oliveira. Serral's going to be able to repair so much creep. And this just feels like the world is Serral's oyster at this point. Won't be able to get the Raven here. He's going to be able to heal or keep most of the creep alive. Oh, Raven really wants to provide some vision here to clear out some of this creep, and he gets 2 of the 3 tumors, but the third one does drop that active tumor. Oliveira, it's good that he's kept this Raven alive, and he's really doing his best. But I mean, Serral is Serral, right? And he's doing Serral things here. And when he gets momentum, it feels like an avalanche. Serral, meanwhile, starts his 2-2. Did Oliveira remember his armory? Yes, he did. So he can start his 2-2 as well. And more creep being killed off here. But Serral going to start knocking down rocks. Oliveira does go for the Widowmine Drilling Claw setup once again. Drilling Claw Widowmine setup. Didn't have the money for both 2-2 upgrades, so he prioritizes the +2 infantry weapons first. Now should start that +2 armor. But of course, he is focused on the push through the middle. Ooh, a couple of Lings are going to try and get in on top of this. There is the... How many tanks? Yeah, there's 4 tanks. So he might be going tank mine. Oh, and he does get that +1 vehicle weapons. Yeah, so this is going to be a bit of a different setup. Bit of a different setup here. That Overlord a little bit out of position. Oh, these Marines are not out of position, though. Oh, look at this. Serral actually recognizes. He's like, oh, I should probably save that Overlord, yeah? And he does. How many creep tumors have fallen? 32 tumors have already been killed in this game. And Serral's got 32 more on the field. Raven's still alive, though. It's wild how much they're going back and forth with this. Oop, Changeling. Trying to spot this army. Big stim coming in from Oliveira. Widowmine. Ooh, not getting the best connection. Oh, but the other ones are pretty good. However, flank coming in from the back. Serral with the Banelings getting in on top of this, but these siege tanks getting some good fire. Oliveira taking a way better engagement than I thought he'd be able to, considering the size of that flank. Still, all the tanks do go down. Serral has Banelings behind this. There's only 3 Widowmines. 100 Lings in production. Serral with the flank clears out the tanks, but Oliveira is starting to make some progress here. However, is it enough? Is it enough progress? Hive is about to complete here for Serral. Serral's actually got the faster 2-2. So he does still have an upgrade lead for a small amount of time. But with no creep, I don't think he's going to be able to take advantage of that per se. Widowmines. Ooh. Oh, first Widowmine gets not the base bet shot, but the second one is huge. Ooh, third. I think one Widowmine got a little bit of friendly fire, but Oliveira with enough 2-1 Marines to push back the Hydras. And the creep is really starting to get pushed back now. Oliveira really making inroads on this base here. Liberators are going to get cleaned up. Widowmines getting some decent connections, but there's no splash damage now for Oliveira, so he's still got to retreat. And a Bane run by on the third base, grabs 9 SCVs. Excellent job from Serral. So even as Oliveira starts to make progress, Serral punches back, and he has the faster 3-3 upgrades as well. Widowmine's going to get cleared up. There's the Vipers on the way as well. Serral not missing a beat. Oh, Widowmine. Oh, good job from Serral right there. Hold position. Meanwhile, another Bane run by gets another 6 SCVs. Serral always doing multiple things at once. Resources lost is a lot closer than it was in the previous game. Serral, meanwhile, the creep spread on the top side is still good, and the bottom side creep is starting to be repaired a little bit. Oh, ran out of energy on this queen. Having creep in the middle is so valuable. Meanwhile, oh, a little bit of engagement coming on in. Widowmines, ooh, are going to get dragged in. They get some big shots on the tail end, but they also do hit the bio army quite a bit, and the supply lead for Serral is starting to feel insurmountable. Even though Oliveira is doing such a good job, it just feels like Serral is answering everything. I love the single burrowed Bane. Obviously, that was meant to be 2. But I mean, it's nice. It's cute. I like it. Serral not missing a beat. Starts up the +2 missile right away. Wouldn't mind if he queued up +3 melee off this Evo chamber. Especially since he's maxed. May as well. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, my God. He does everything so well. Ooh, EMP does come on in, but it won't completely drain. The Viper gets 2 big blinding clouds. Siege tanks getting knocked out. Serral driving forward. He's got a counterattack on the top right as well. And Serral takes the 3-0 over the reigning world champion. Outstanding stuff from Serral. Through and through. That game 2 will go down as one of the best games ever played. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We will catch you on the flip side.